What is FedNow? What is the CBDC? Hi, and welcome to the Phoenix Ankaa YouTube channel. This is Phoenix Ankaa showing you the general concept of FedNow and what direction this may go. What is CBDC? This video is only based on patents and research that I will present to you in this video. Is FedNow just a United States concept? The answer is no, it's worldwide. We'll cover this in this video. Let's do this. One thing we may want to look at is the breakdown on some of the actions FedNow will handle. What is FedNow? FedNow is being addressed as a type of instant payment service. FedNow will be capable of making payments 24/7 without interruptions. FedNow is set to be launched sometime in July 2023. This system will start being tested in the first week of April 2023. This payment system will be able to send payments under no time constraints, which means it will be capable of paying at any time instantly. Funds will be available immediately. This would eventually be a cryptocurrency-based method. Now, let's talk about the central bank digital currency. The central bank digital currency race is heating up, and that's the CBDC. Currently, more than 100 countries are working on their CBDC projects, according to data from the Atlantic Council. Among these, 11 countries have already launched blockchain-based versions of their fiat currencies, while 18 are in their pilot phases, and more than 70 others are still working on research and development. Now, this is dated the 23rd of March 2023. This all just came out. And this article here is in the CNBC TV 10 News. So let's talk a little bit more about this. Let's go further into this. Now, just to backtrack a little bit so you can know how long this has been going on. August the 29th, 2022, and this is according to the Federal Reserve System website, Federal Reserve. It came out of Chicago, and it was a press release. Federal Reserve updates FedNow service timing to mid-2023 marks beginning of full-scale pilot testing. The Federal Reserve Bank have narrowed the timing of the FedNow service launch to mid-year 2023, specifically targeting a production rollout of the service in the May to July timeframe. This further defines the previously communicated 2023 launch window for the anticipated instant payment service and comes as the FedNow pilot program prepares to enter technical testing for the service starting in September. So, just letting you know a little bit about this. Let's read one more paragraph into this. Today, with the FedNow launch date in sight, we are pleased with the collaboration and dedication our pilot participants have brought to advance modern payments in America, said Esther George, President and CEO of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City, and executive sponsor of FedNow program. Currently, more than 120 organizations are participating in the FedNow pilot program. Recent newcomers includes U.S. Bank, Exchange Bank, and several payment processors and solution providers, including Alacrity Payments, LLC, ECS, Fin Incorporated, Form 3, and Modus Box Incorporated. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but I just want you to know that this has been in the wind before any of some of the other things that are going on in our world has been going on. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's talk about some of these other places that actually has CBDCs. Now that I want to clarify, a CBDC is a central bank digital currency. It's pretty much like the central bank that we have today, but it would be a centralized bank for digital currency. Are there countries working towards a central bank digital currency? Yes, we just showed that, but let's talk about a few of those. Now, originally, it's stated here at the Federal Reserve, While the Federal Reserve has made no decision on whether to pursue or implement a central bank digital currency or CBDC, we have been exploring the potential benefits and risks of CBDCs from a variety of angles, including through technological research and experimentation. Now, that's what it says here, but as you can see, it's also saying in the news that we are going to have one. So I really don't know what to say about that. Now, one place that actually has a CBDC, and this is actually dated April the 19th, 2022, is in China. So they've already started implementing procedures to have their CBDC. Over the past several years, China has been steadily making progress towards a digital renminbi and now seems poised to become the first major economy to launch an official central bank digital currency. So just giving you ideas. We're going to look at some more countries. We're not going to read the whole article, but we're just going to read just a little bit of some of these places that have already implemented or started implementing a CBDC. Now, this is April the 19th, 2022. Now, November the 30th, 2022, in India, e-rupee, India's digital currency explained. It's all over the news. The Reserve Bank of India is soon to launch its very own digital currency. The central bank has imagined this new digital currency, the e-rupee, in two forms: wholesale e-rupee for interbank settlements and retail e-rupee for the public. So they're going to have a different breakdown. Now, all of this is all online. Now, this is according to LinkedIn. Now, a place that people would not expect to have a central bank for their digital currency. The next one is Mexico. And this is dated December the 30th. Mexico's central bank will have its own digital currency by 2024, the Mexican government announced on social media, although the development was not confirmed by the monetary authority known locally as Banxico. Banxico reports that it will have its own digital currency in circulation by 2024. The Mexican government wrote late on Wednesday on its official Twitter account. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I'm showing you right now, this is not isolated to the United States. This is worldwide. And that's going to lead us up to the patent that I want to show you later on in this video, because it's a world patent. It's not a patent for just the United States. Let's carry on. Now, here's another place. I know I have an international channel. Let's talk about France. Central bank digital currency. A CBDC may be defined as a digital asset that only the central bank may issue or destroy, that is traded at par against banknotes and reserves, that is available 24/7, that may be used in peer-to-peer transactions, that circulates on digital media that are at least partially different from existing media. So I'm not going to read all of this. Just letting you know, this is worldwide, folks. How come people aren't really talking about the big picture? I mean, we can talk about just us, that's fine. But we have to also look and account, where is the world going? You know, we're not isolated from the world, as you can see. Now, let's talk about Nigeria. Nigeria launches Africa's first digital currency. This here is dated October the 25th, 2021. Abuja, Nigeria's Africa's largest economy, has launched the continent's first digital currency, the e-Naira. The launch also ranks Nigeria among the very few nations in the world to adopt the electronic money system, which leads hope will help boost the country's GDP and fight inflation. So, I just wanted you to see that. And it also mentions about the Nigeria digital currency, CBDC. As you can see, they have one as well. Now, we mentioned different countries, but I was totally unaware that there's a world digital currency bank as well. There's a world one. And here it is. I mean, it says here about this particular entity. On July the 2nd, 2019, the World Digital Currency Bank was formally established in Suriname Republic of South America. Interesting. So that came about in 2019. Now we're going to go a little bit further. And this takes us to the patents that I looked at back in 2019. You see this, it says cryptocurrency system using body activity data. Human body activity associated with a task provided to a user may be used in a mining process of a cryptocurrency system. A server may provide a task to a device of a user, which is communicatively coupled to the server. A sensor, communicatively coupled to or comprised in the device of the user, may sense the body activity of the user. Body activity data may be generated based on the sensed body activity of the user. The cryptocurrency system, communicatively coupled to the device of the user, may verify if the body activity data satisfies one or more conditions set by the cryptocurrency system and award cryptocurrency to the user whose body activity is verified. Take a good look at this. This is what many of us were looking at in 2020. This is why I know of it, is because of 2020. There's just certain things I can't say, but all I can do is present to you articles, and I can present to you the actual what do you want to say? The patents. These patents are real. I mean, they really exist. Let's see if this will come up. Some of them don't want to come up. Here we go. This is how it works. It shows you exactly how it works. You have the user, the sensor, the user's device, communication network, and you have the cryptocurrency system. And that must be something else in the cloud. I'll have to check it. But this just gives you an outline on how a person's working. There's a sensor, the person's using a device, and how it's communicated to the cryptocurrency system. Can't make this up, folks. I feel like I'm in the Matrix. Well, I am. This is the one that people were talking about and could not believe. I know that you can see who applied for it. It's right there. You can see the inventors, the agents, and everything. All of this can be researched online. I didn't make this up. So that goes back to my question. Why are people talking about this? You know, I sit back from where I sit and I see a lot of groups doing a lot of great things right now. You know, learning about law, learning about, you know, how things should go, you know, on the land, and how things, you know, could be better. But we need to also address what's happening now, because if we don't, we're going to be talking about one topic. Meanwhile, the world is going in another direction and we will not be prepared. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe and get this information out to people. I didn't go as deep as I could have on this topic because I expect everyone to start researching this and start understanding what's going on in our world. The first week of April, all of this is going to be going into like a pilot test type of situation. Now, what's going to happen is the banks are going to have to enroll into the CBDCs, and they're going to be, all of that has to be communicated to the central, you know, to the CBDCs. And basically what's going to happen is they're going to have to give their balance sheet daily, real time, daily at the end of the day, to the CBDC on what transactions have transpired. You know, if you become a blockchain developer right about now, you might just be able to really make some serious money. If you guys are into developing, I'm just saying, it's just one of those, it's the direction that we're going, and I knew that then, but I couldn't say anything because nobody would have understood where I was coming from. But make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and dig further into this as the information comes out. There's not a lot of information out there. Maybe I could have spent another day or two, but I wanted to get this information out to you. And see you guys in the next video. Ciao.